I'm happy to be back, guys. I'm happy to be back. I have been just really integrating a lot of things over the past week and a half. Okay, so before I begin this transmission, I am doing a little bit of tarot today. Not a little bit, but I am doing tarot today. So I'm going to make sure I just ground this energy that I'm about to tune into. Yes. You guys, there are things that in the season become worrisome to everybody. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. And those of you watching me, collective, you are worrying really heavy right now. Yes. And Spirit is wanting me to tell you that the season for worrying is over. Yes. The season for worrying is over. Yes. Now it's time to get into the message. The season for worrying is the season for worrying is over. And it was not upside down. The season for worrying is over. Yes, it is over. What I'm hearing Spirit say is, some of you out there are worrying about family, if it will ever be the same. And this could be a work family, this could be your immediate family and your surroundings. This can be some of you, your children, some of you. I'm hearing cousin as well. And for whatever reason, you are wondering if, you used to wonder if your family would ever be the same. If your family would ever be the same. Something about the vibes you guys used to have. Something about the moments you used to share. The amount of care or the quality of care that was amongst you. Yeah. The King of Wands is what came out. So you are wondering if you will ever be able to find relationships the way that you used to feel them being. Genuine, honest, leveled, balanced, fair, strong, genuine relationships. Yes. And Spirit is saying, yes. The relationships that you are going to come into, that are going to start unfolding in your life, are going to be genuine. They are going to be strong. Not necessarily with the people or peoples that you were in relationships with in the past, whether it's a work relationship or your immediate family and your immediate surroundings, or the friends and the friends that you used to have the relationships with them. Some of you guys, your neighbors, you're wondering if your relationships with your neighbors are going to be able to be repaired because you guys went through something. And Spirit is saying, yes, those relationships will be repaired. Those relationships will be remembered. Like, they were disfigured, but they will also be remembered. Not necessarily in the way that they once were. No. They will be different in a sense where whatever happened to dismember those relationships, and I'm being called to go into this Uncover Your Hidden Psyche deck. The white side. That's what I'm being called to do. It's not going to hold you guys back from rebuilding a new relationship. This relationship will be different. So the type of relationship that you are seeking or longing for is a relationship of the past. And you do not want any part of that old relationship from the past, because if that relationship from the past was as genuine as it should have been, as fair as it should have been, not one-sided, okay, as strong as it should have been, then it would not have been dismembered in the first place. So you want to have a relationship that is remembered but structured and built different, okay? And we are going to just tap in with the divine and source and see what it is that the collective is needing to integrate at this time to build this relationship in a way that is suited for you guys, for your highest good, for your highest self. Yeah. Oh. Don't worry. Spirit is saying, don't worry. You don't have to work hard. I'm going to go through this deck one more time. Spirit is saying, don't worry. You are worrying about, some of you guys, it's something that you caused. And you are worrying that you may not be able to come back from it to remember those relationships. Spirit is saying, don't worry. Because the love is genuine, the love is there. You're not the only one seeking to remember this relationship. I guess that's all out of this deck. Okay. This energized card came out, right? And what I'm feeling off of this energized card, it says, when do you feel the most energized? But in this sense, for right here, when we're talking about remembering, refragmenting, yeah. Remembering fragmented relationships, specifically the one where you feel like you caused something so deep that you feel like it will never be the same. But the truth is, no, it's never going to be the same, but it will be remembered and restructured in a way that is so sound, so strong, so genuine, and so leveled and fair that the old relationship that you had with this person is going to feel like another lifetime, right? So with the energized card, when do you feel the most energized? Think back to a time, Spirit is saying, think back to a time when there was the highest spark, confirmation breeze, highest spark and magnetism in that relationship. What were you guys doing? What were you guys thinking about? What time period was it? Any sounds that were significant during that time? Food even. What kind of food was significant during that time? Build off of the strong things. Don't build your relationship off of what was not or what it was not. Okay? Don't start from a broken place. Start from a strong place, and I'm hearing somebody say, you can't buy me with money, you can't buy me with flowers, you can't buy me with gifts, you can't throw money at everything. I'm hearing that. That is not what we are talking about right here, right now. We are talking about the times where the relationship with that work family member, that spouse, that sibling, that child, that neighbor, whenever it was the strongest, what was more than the glue that held it together? What was going on during the peak moments? That is the energy that you should draw from whenever you are trying to rebuild the relationship. Okay? Don't think to whenever you guys were at your lowest, or you guys weren't being understanding of each other, or you guys were throwing tit for tat. That is not what you want to do if you want to repair a relationship. What you want to do to repair a relationship is draw from the emotion, draw from the vibration when it was at its highest, when you guys were, I don't want to say celebrating, but yes, some of you were celebrating. But don't only draw from the celebratory moments, draw from whenever it was at its highest magnetic peak. If you think about a time where something was synchronizing back to back to back to back to back to back to back with you and whomever the relationship, confirmation breeze, was with, that is the energy you want to tap into whenever you are creating a safe space to rebuild this relationship. This card says expression. The expression card came out, right? And you probably can't see it, but I'll put it on the screen. I'll take a screenshot, a picture of this spread when I'm done, and put it on the screen. It says, how can you create a safe space to express your shadow self? But in the instance where we are talking about this relationship that you are wanting to rebuild here, like, create a safe space where you draw from the energy of when you guys were at your strongest. Remember what it felt like when you guys were supercharged and the bond could not be broken because it was so energized. Think like a battery, guys. A battery has to be charged, and when it's at its highest charge, when it's full to capacity, it gives off its best ability to power, to run, to ignite, to exude, to conduct. And when you were in that space, regardless of if stuff were happening or before you did what you did or said what you said or hid what you hid, I'm hearing some of you guys hid information, and that was the deal breaker for some people. So they kind of, and this is for somebody, this is a side note for somebody, the information that you hid from somebody thinking it was going to help them hide something that would hurt them, that would break them, that's why they don't feel being around you or in cahoots. I don't want to say in cahoots. Yeah, I can't say in cahoots with you because it's like you guys were thick as thieves. So cahoots, yes. That's why they don't feel it's safe enough to be in cahoots with you, because that bond was not unbroken. That bond was broken. That bond was not unbroken. So you need to worry no longer, because when you come to mend or remember this fragmented relationship, it is not going to come from a place where you feel like you have to do all of the hiding and protecting and decision making as to what is better for who, as to what gets to be heard, said, seen. Okay? You are drawing from the place, and there's an eagle. There's an eagle flying over me right now. You are drawing from a place that was at the highest magnitude and vibration, where you guys were so in sync, so bonded, so conducted, and you are creating safe places from that energy. Yes, drawing from that place. So, if you were worrying about relationships or a relationship before you watch this video, you already know what to do. Create a safe space for expression, communication, okay? And this is physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, spiritual. I'm hearing sensual. Yeah. So whatever parts you were hiding about who you were, what you've done, what you knew, things that were said, those things cannot be taken back. So literally, they cannot be taken back. But now you have a place to grow from. Now you have a place to know what not to stand in whenever you are remembering and building your relationship. This is Gelena Speaks. I'm telling you, one way to get very, very strong clarity on the moments of your highest conducting part of that relationship that you want to remember is breath work. Breath work will have you so grounded, it will have you so tapped in, it will have you so clear, like all the distractions would be instantly like magnetized, so you know exactly what to slide out the way. So you know exactly what the extra noise is that you don't need to hear. And if you don't know anything about breath work, what I have is a free guided breath work session in the form of a 6-step checklist. And that checklist is in my description. It will guide you to learn how to intentionally breathe, okay? And when you learn how to intentionally breathe, your breathing brings you into a sacred space. And that sacred space begins to get cultivated. And the noise will just drown itself out. Yes, yes, yes. Things, thoughts, patterns will arise. But because you will begin to regulate your nervous system, you can allow those to pass without making any decisions or causing you to make any decisions based on the noise, based on the distractions, based on the old patterns and the old thoughts. So you will have clarity on how to find what moments to draw from, what spaces, what times to get you back on track with the relationship that you want to remember, okay? And if this resonated with you, if this helped you out, give it a like, give it a share, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again in my next one.